too much and I can't handle it and I don't need to cry again in this video. It's an emotion favorites. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing a monthly favorites for May, but not just any monthly favorites. No, it is going to be, as promised, my self-care oriented monthly favorites. I think we all need a little bit of that right now. Everybody's been stuck at home for such a long time. It is a lifestyle at this point, and I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I have just used to ease right on into it, as well as combining that with having a slightly more comfortable pregnancy. So there are a lot of things to share in this video, and there will be a giveaway kind of hidden somewhere in it, so don't skip ahead. And if you do like this video, guys, at any point, give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel, and let's go ahead and jump in. Oh my gosh, guys, what do you think? I have been consulting with a friend about a filming setup, and I have been working so hard on trying to get better crispness to my videos. Come to find out, my camera doesn't even record in 4K. I think it's time to upgrade. There are going to be some changes as we go forward on my channel as far as like trying to spruce up my filming situation. I think that it's time. Okay, speaking of friends that were helping me with my filming situation, I fully copied Alexa Blake on my new glasses, okay? They're from Warby Parker. They're the Aubrey frame. She posted a picture of herself on Instagram, and if you haven't checked her channel out, it is the opposite of mine in terms of my channel probably overwhelms you with way too much like high energy, and hers is like having a warm cup of tea for your soul. It's incredible. It's so relaxing. Anyway, she's lovely to follow on Instagram. She does some really, really cool makeup looks and uses a lot of like we have very similar stashes, but she uses all of her stuff very differently, and I always just like love getting inspired by her, as you can see. So obviously they look bizarro with my lights. This is why people don't wear glasses on camera most of the time, is because of all the shadows that get cast and like the reflections on the lenses and stuff. I'm obsessed with these. They're giving me the Jenna Lyons meets Kris Jenner like business babe vibes that I've always wanted in a pair of glasses. However, I am in contact with Warby Parker right now, trying to figure out whether I need the wide version of these frames, because your girl's got a giant head. Like, my husband puts on any of my hats, he has a little tiny bean head. It'll like cover the top of his ears, and he'll go, "Put me in, coach," and make fun of my giant gourd head. And also, our baby seems to have a very large head as well, so following in my footsteps in that respect. Also, side note, guys, for those of you who have been asking for pregnancy updates, there will be some of those on this channel, but they will mostly live on my second channel, which is linked on my front page. It's called More Kackie. I will also link the channel below, and that's where I am pretty much vlogging all of like the bigger moments. And I'm also just gonna kind of do more lifestyle vlogs over there too. I want to kind of refine that process and that format as well, so definitely subscribe over there if you are interested. Anyway, I immediately bought these because they're amazing, and then the frames, while I think that they look good, they fit my head really tightly, and I like can't put them on my head the way that I would like to with a pair of glasses, and that's something that I've encountered with Warby Parker. Pretty much every pair of glasses I've ever had from them, I can only wear from the front. I can't like do this with because they'll stretch out, but they have a wide version of it. However, on their website and on the app, they're like, "Oh, find your size," and then they're like, "Is your head kind of wide?" And I'm like, "Wait, that's all you're gonna give me?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then they did like the virtual try on, and they looked good, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I would really like to know for sure before I order the narrow versus the wide, because they also have the specification that medium tends to work for most people. And I'm like, you don't have a medium in this frame, you have a narrow and a wide. How about a medium? And then they don't let you try this particular frame on as like try at home. You know, you can get a box usually of 5 and try them at home before you decide. No, couldn't do that with these. So I wrote them and I was like, hey, you know, do I need the wider ones? Are they super wide? Are they going to actually alter the shape of the frame, or is it just like completely scaled up? And he just goes, "Sure, we'll send you the new ones and you can send your old ones back. Sorry they didn't work out." And I was like, okay, template email, I'm gonna need you to address the questions that I initially asked you. So that's what's going on. But if you have a normal sized head, I don't know. I don't know if like what's normal, but if you have a, I don't know, a narrow face or whatever as they would call it, these are unbelievable. They're so freaking cute, and they're the best price that I have seen on a big frame pair of glasses like this. I'm always looking for this kind of artsy frame. I think that they're $95 and then I add $50 because blue light. Oh my gosh, I've actually found such a big difference in my headaches and stuff like that from getting blue light coating on my glasses. So I actually do pay the $50 extra to do that, but I'm obsessed with these. If you see me wearing them, all credit goes to Alexa Blake. She's Makeup Blake on Instagram and Alexa Blake on YouTube. I'll link her channel below, but yes, I owe all of my inspo to her on these. They're awesome. Ooh, okay. So those weren't necessarily self-care unless you consider just feeling really cute self-care. So my first self-care fave has been around pajamas, and I am obsessed with all things pajamas right now because I'm gonna do probably a get ready with me, like a chatty get ready with me talking about this soon, but the body issues and the weird dysmorphic thoughts that I have had as my pregnancy has progressed have been totally unexpected. I don't know why I wouldn't have expected that. I've always been crazy. I definitely have had a lot more feelings about my body lately and watching it change than I really expected to. And man, putting on some cute PJs really helps with my life in general. So recently, my favorite set that I have bought has been from a brand called Piyama. P-I-Y-A-M-A. Thank you, Pinterest, for serving me only the things that I want to buy at all times. And they are so, so cute. Well, I'm wearing the shorts right now. I'm not sure you can see. That's my little pregnancy belly. Wow, great. But you can see they've got little like dots on them. I'm doing a terrible job. I'm going to put some images on the screen of the model wearing them because she gives a very, very good representation of what the pajamas look like. Here is the top, and she's got some self-tan on her. That's the problem with wearing things that are white, especially to sleep in. But it's so cute because even though it is just a regular, for everyone, not maternity style, pajama top, it has this really cute, just like bell situation. You can't even call it a peplum. Like it literally starts here and just goes, which is great. It means that I can wear it pretty much. Well, I might need to order like the next size up actually because like my entire top section has gotten bigger. Like my boobs have gotten bigger and now when I'm lying in bed, it's like tight. I got a small, by the way, and it wouldn't be the first pair of pajamas that I have sized up and like bought another set just to progress in my pregnancy with. So I've done that with Lively as well, and I'm almost due for a pair of large pants. But the one thing that I don't think I'll grow out of that I got from them as well, because I can't not with a set. And they have discounts for the amount of products that you end up buying because they actually have bundles that you can do for bridesmaids, which this is like an ideal website for that kind of thing if you want to take cute matching bridesmaids photos and you guys want to all get ready together and have like matching robes or matching PJs or whatever. So cute, super affordable. Anyway, the other thing that I got from them was a robe, and it really like took me a long time to pick a print for the robe because they are all so cute. They have so much cute stuff and a lot of different fun like silhouettes. Also, I can vouch for the details. So the top, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, that could either be made like a Forever 21 top or it could be done really, really nicely. Everything is lined, like completely lined. The shorts are completely lined. The robes don't have pockets. I feel like they are more affordable in that sense, but they are still really cute. It didn't shrink in the wash. None of it shrank in the wash or anything. It shrank? But the quality on it is really, really good. I can vouch for that. Even like the ties on the shorts have these little, can you see that? They just have these little details that are just totally unnecessary and completely fantastic and makes me really happy. So I for sure will be ordering more from them in the future. Plus, for being all the way in Australia, they ship DHL in like under a week or something. It was very impressive. So yeah, big fan of Piyama. Okay, who's ready for some self-care, body care, nose care? That sounds sketchy. You guys know, and this is not sponsored, please give me a Voluspa sponsorship because they have all of my money right now. You guys know I'm obsessed with Voluspa. I love so many of their candles. I love Baltic Amber. I love their Moso Bamboo. It smells like Christmas trees. I talk about this all the time. But recently, like in the last year or so, they came out with this rose line. And I'm a big fan of rose scented things, but these aren't just rose, they're like rose and vanilla. You got my number there. So back when it first came out, I bought a really big milk rose candle and I just finished it and I love it so much. I actually put on Instagram how much I love it and I wished I could smell like that. And then Voluspa responded to me and they were like, you know, we make this in a body wash and a lotion. And I was like, uh-oh. And so I bought them. And they are great. And I love the packaging. They're so pretty. They look really pretty in my bathroom and like around my bathtub and stuff. But they're such a pleasure to use. So you can see, I'm not sure you can see, I have used so much of the lotion because it's just so lovely. But this is a good representation of how much it takes to clean my body versus how much it takes to moisturize my body in the same amount of time. It's hilarious how much moisturizer I apply. But this smells so unbelievably good. Oh, it's floral, it's light, it's very, I would say, feminine smelling, and it has notes of vanilla in it. But let me be clear, nothing that Voluspa does is going to get, I don't know, they might have like a cupcake or birthday cake scent or something, unless it otherwise says so. There is none of that cloying Bath & Body Works, fake caramel, fake cupcake kind of smell to any of this stuff. It's like mature versions of the kinds of really indulgent smells that I personally really love. Anything that's kind of rose or vanilla, I'm into. I'm obsessed with these. I also, when I got that order, if you just, you know what I mean, if you get like $50 worth of stuff or something, they throw in a sample, which is a tea light, which is awesome, and they're really pretty. And you can see I went through this one really fast. So this is rose-colored glasses, and it's my new fave. They're very similar, but rose-colored glasses is a little bit sweeter. I went on the Voluspa website and I bought a giant jar candle of rose-colored glasses and milk rose to re-up on my milk rose. And so I was perusing their website and they actually have a self-care set, which is these two and a tea light, I believe, of milk rose. And so I'm going to be giving that away to one lucky winner. I'm only gonna run the giveaway for like a week because they tend to fill up pretty quickly. I'm not collecting your email addresses or something, you know? I don't really care about like maximizing the amount of entries or something. If you're watching this, the day that it comes out, you have a week to enter. And I'm going to be giving away, yeah, the self-care set on Voluspa. And I hope that it doesn't sell out. That's the other reason that I want to do it kind of in a quick turnaround, is because I was afraid it's going to sell out. I don't know how much power I have over it or how much stock they have of it or something like that. But if for whatever reason they do run out, I will just gift the winner a gift card for the amount of the product, or, you know, plus shipping. So anyway, yeah, you can enter below. I always use like a Gleam link, but I'm not harvesting your emails or anything like that, don't worry. So my next self-care favorite, this is a little bit niche, but also totally lovely if you know someone that you might want to gift this to, or you want to just give it to yourself personally. So like a month ago, I would say, maybe a little bit longer, my friend Katie, who is one of my oldest friends in Austin. She's like the first person that I met when I moved here, and we have just stayed close ever since. She was one of my bridesmaids. I love her so much, and she is one of the best, most sincere gift givers. She sent me the most beautiful set of body care from Hatch. So this is the Hatch Mama Belly Oil, the Nipple and Lip Rescue Balm, and the Down Girl Soothing Leg and Foot Relief. This is such a beautiful set. The way that it comes shipped to you is in this matte black box, like this matte black cardboard box that has like, I don't know, almost like a magnetic or a Velcro seal on it, and you open it up and it's just, you know, it's very bougie feeling, and it just feels like a really high-end gift. There's just something about it that you guys know I love a luxury experience, and it is absolutely that. But using the products it makes me feel so pretty and pampered, and I need that right now. My body, like I said, is feeling really unfamiliar to me. Everything's really strange. To have this ritual when I get out of the bath, I do my lotion and my face skincare, and then I keep this like on my dresser because it's so pretty to display with all my candles and my perfumes and stuff. And this delivery system is great. It's this little glass, like very apothecary kind of vial, like a dropper system. And I dispense some of that into my hand, and it is very lightly scented. I think it is mostly the ingredients. I don't think that there's like a necessarily like an added fragrance. It's not perfumey, but it's a little bit citrusy and a little bit floral. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Like, you have to get really, really close to notice a smell. It is a belly oil. You're supposed to use it to prevent stretch marks ostensibly, but really to me, it's just a very luxurious self-care moment, and I put it all over my whole body. I love it. And the nipple and lip is also really lovely. I think, I haven't looked at like the ingredients, but it feels like it's castor oil based, and it has this super thick consistency to it, and it's going to come in really handy like breastfeeding and stuff like that, because your nipples get raw. But there are other parts of your body that can benefit from this kind of stuff too. Plus, your nipples are doing all kinds of weird stuff when you're pregnant. They're just doing weird stuff. They get itchy, they get painful, they get dry, they get really large. Yeah, it's just nice giving them a little bit of extra attention, and there are other parts of your body besides your nipples and your lips that could also use some really, really nice rescue balm. And then this I haven't gotten a chance to use as much, but the few times that I have used it, like, my feet and legs don't hurt yet. I'm only almost 19 weeks, but this is the Down Girl Soothing Leg and Foot Relief, and it comes in a really nice big old pump, and she has this like really, really light mint smell, and I think that that's what gives you the relief. You know, it's giving you a soothing, slight cooling effect, but nothing like that crazy eucalyptus tingle that I got from that Volition stretch mark cream. Could not unrecommend hard enough on that, but this is super lovely, and maybe once or twice I've convinced my husband to give me a foot massage. He's a really, really good future dad. He's so good at taking care of me, and I'm just like, hi, will you rub lotion on my feet? And he's like, sure. Sorry, my bra straps keep falling down. I had to buy a bra band extender. I never thought I would utter those words in my entire life. Buy a bra band extender because my bra was too tight because I have boobs now. So strange. The only drawback to them is that it spreads the whole situation in the back, and so now my shoulders, my straps just keep falling off. Anyway, one of my personal self-care salves has been shopping, and I do try not to pull the trigger that often because my taste has gotten more expensive lately. I don't go for quantity so much, I go for quality. But a brand that I've had my eye on for a really long time is Seaside Tones. I thought were Australian, but I think they're like Swedish or Norwegian or Finnish or something like that, I'm not sure. Shipped from a long way away. I was, again, perusing Pinterest, and I saw someone wearing this dress, and I immediately recognized it as Seaside Tones. I was like, I've been wanting that dress, and so I bought it. And I can absolutely vouch for their quality. So all their stuff's linen, and they're really, really beautiful. Unfortunately, it's another brand, I believe, that only comes in one size of everything. So it's all very loose, and it all has like adjustability and stuff like that to it, but it's definitely not super inclusive. But this is such a pretty dress. I'll just put a shot of it like on me on the screen because holding it up like this is not super helpful. And of course I would be wearing this right now, except the moment that I decided to wear it, I got makeup all over, like all over the collar. I don't even know how I managed to do that. I didn't know that there was makeup on that part of my body. But I have been tempted to buy even more things from them because their stuff is so beautiful. And now that I've seen it, I'm like, oh, these are the kinds of items that when I take care of them, I'm going to be able to wear them for the rest of my life, kind of thing. Okay, hopefully my framing didn't change too much. I had to change my battery. I don't really know. The next one I am going to probably get a little bit emotional about for a couple of reasons. My viewer Erin is pretty much right alongside me. I think she's like 2-3 weeks ahead of me or something on being pregnant. And she found out that she was having a girl, and apparently she had been crocheting like a mad woman. And so when she found out that I was having a boy, she crocheted this and she sent it to me, and I can't even tell you how cute it is. It's so tiny. Of course, it's not newborn tiny. I understand newborns are like, you know, this is the size of a newborn, but once he's, you know, up and running around and everything. Oh, and my husband I laid it out on the table and I would like took pictures of it and stuff, and I sent it to my mom because my mom used to own a yarn store. She now teaches knitting at a middle school, like she is the yarn queen. And so I sent her this and I was like, one of my viewers crocheted this for me, and she was like, oh my god. So I just had it sitting out on the table, and Mike was upstairs, and Mike came downstairs and he goes, who sent you this? And I was like, one of my viewers. And he goes, that is so cute. And I was like, I know. He was like obsessing. And so, oh, you don't have to send me things. You don't have to. Erin and I have just kind of, she was the one who recommended C-bands to me. You get kind of akin with people who are pregnant at the same time as you because you can commiserate so much. And so I do. I have a friend who's like 2 trimesters ahead of me and one that's a trimester ahead of me. And then, you know, I have ones that are like right within a couple of weeks of me and stuff like that. And so it's just always fun to kind of compare notes. And just the fact that she thought of me with this is just unbelievably sweet. And is this not, I mean, we're gonna get a lot of stuff sent to us in varying degrees of cuteness, you know? But this is, I mean, I would pay good money for that. That is just so stinking cute. I can't wait to put my little man in it. Thank you, Erin. So sweet. I repeat, you do not need to send me things, don't worry. As if I wasn't congested enough already. Now I've gone and made myself tear up. So before we jump into non-beauty things and things I absorb with my eyeballs, I just want to mention one thing, and that is how much I am still loving the Wayne Goss lip glosses, but I believe that they are all sold out at the moment. And I just wanted to give a brief mention to this, which I just got in the mail day before yesterday, I want to say. These are the Rowan lip glosses. They're actually like liquid lip balms is what they call them. And they are very different formulas. I will end up including this in a future video, probably some kind of new makeup, you know, try on, get ready with me kind of thing. But the long and short of it is, these are really similar shades. This is Remy in the Rowan, and this is Hyacinth in Wayne Goss. Different formulas, but very similar outcomes. In fact, because I just blew my nose so much, I'm gonna go ahead and reapply this. It is so awesome. It is the smoothest, weirdest formula. Little mini review here. And look at that color. I will say, it looks better with makeup on for me. This is one of those colors that if I wear it without a foundation or something to even out my skin tone, it can look a little bit orange, but especially with my Kackie lip liner, it cools it off enough. Yes, so if you had your eye on these, I definitely still recommend them, but until he restocks or anything like that, this is actually really, really similar. All right, so moving into things that are non-beauty related, one of the first things that brought me great pleasure, peace of mind, mental health this month was this. This is my very first ever Piecework puzzle. This is Rise and Shine. I can't help but think it's a little bit to the Kylie Jenner meme. But I also saw Valeria doing one recently. Valeria's Conscious Bee here on YouTube and on Instagram. She had a different one, and we were talking about how much we love them. They are such a pleasure. So this is actually what she looks like when she's all done. I am a puzzle lover. I would say that for me, this was a relatively easy puzzle, but it was so relaxing. It was so pretty when I was done, and it was just the right amount of difficult that I never got stuck, but I also never got bored. You know, the cool thing about this specific one, and they sell out like immediately, I don't really think that you'll be able to get this specific one again, but there's little rhinestones all over all the food. So like the bagel has little citrine rhinestones, the grapefruit has purple, the lox has green, and all these little cookies and stuff, and it just, the little menagerie of details and everything, it was just so cute and girly and fun, so yeah. Okay, and finally, I have 2 things that I have been absorbing with my eyeballs. They're very different from each other, but they have both served as self-care for me. One, the Downton Abbey movie. Downton Abbey movie. That, I've tried 3 times and I just can't say it. The Downton Abbey movie has finally come to HBO on demand, and we finally watched it. My husband is so obsessed with Downton Abbey. He's watched all of them. I watched probably the first few seasons with him before he just kind of outran me on them. Like I caught him watching it before bed on his iPad and I was like, excuse me? And he was like, hey man, snooze you lose. Either way, I was caught up enough to understand what was going on. For all the pressure that it came with and like, oh, should they really do a movie to follow up on this crazy popular series that everybody loved it as it was? The answer is yes. That movie is a pleasure. It is so visually stimulating and beautiful. Everything is, you know, 1920s style, and everybody in it is just dressed absolutely impeccably, just so beautiful. The plot line is just enough. Everything has the right complexity. All the characters stay within their character, and everyone you love stays everyone that you love. It is just so lovely. It is a pleasure. I called my mom and I was like, Mom, have you seen the Downton Abbey movie? She goes, isn't it amazing? I watched it. My mom still gets DVDs from Netflix. Anybody else? I didn't even know they still did that. She goes, you know, we watched the DVD one night, and I was like, yeah. She goes, we were gonna send it back the next day, and I honestly very deeply considered watching it again the next morning before he took it to the mailbox, and I was just like, I don't blame you. It's such an escape. If you're feeling kind of like in need of visual inspiration and a really good distraction, a really good, just, you know, an escape that's so innocent and so beautiful and so uplifting, and you'll just be like, oh, after you watch it, the Downton Abbey movie. It's so good. And then the last favorite, another HBO favorite, is We're Here. So it is like someone took RuPaul's Drag Race and smashed it together with Queer Eye. So basically it's like We're Here, We're Queer kind of thing. And it is 3 drag queens who have been on RuPaul's Drag Race in the past that are probably some of your favorites. It is Shangela, who is the greatest, Bob the drag queen, who is also fantastic and I want to steal all of his looks, and Eureka, who I'm actually not that familiar with, but I do end up really liking him or her. And what they do is, instead of coming in and remaking someone's life or giving them a makeover or giving, you know, the way that Queer Eye would, they end up taking these people who have a specific experience within the queer community in these small towns, and they throw a drag show, and they just absolutely like make these people up as drag queens in their own ways. Like different people have different ways that they want to be made up as a drag queen, and they learn a number with their respective drag mom, and they do a performance, and all their friends come, and there are different reasons that each of these people would be part of it, but there's a different message, I feel like, and a different accomplishment that each of those people feels when they get done. There's so much more to tell, but it's worth it just to watch it if that sounds like something you'd be into. I will say it's a little rougher around the edges than Queer Eye is. It's on HBO, and they definitely go to conservative towns on purpose to try and kind of rattle loose some of the misunderstanding and the conflict and things like that. And they do end up in situations sometimes where you're like, wow, I did not know that that kind of attitude still existed, but it definitely still exists in places in America. And it is super, super worth watching. It is so beautiful. The outfits that they are wearing, I would have trouble not just like falling to my knees and fangirling if they came to my town and they were just like walking down the sidewalk like it wasn't a big deal. The way that they're dressed and the way that they put themselves together is so flawless. It's unbelievable. And the shows that they put on are so, so beautiful and inspiring. And my husband's super into it too. He really, really likes it because it's just kind of a cool human interest story on all of these people and like what's going on and just getting to see into their lives. And man, some of them are so sweet. They will just there's this guy lives with his grandpa. It's like too much. It's too much, and I can't handle it. And I don't need to cry again in this video. If you haven't watched it and that sounds like something that would be up your alley, definitely check it out. I can vouch for the fact that it is fantastic. It's like a Mosh favorites. Look at me. I'm like, my eyes are all red. So those are my monthly favorites and how I have been taking care of myself this month. I hope that you guys enjoyed them, and if you do want to enter that giveaway, you have a week to do so. That will be down in the description. I will also have my vlog channel where you guys can go check out some more content from me. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Hit the notification bell because this was a weird week. You know, we had a holiday on Monday, things like that. I upload on weird schedules sometimes, so make sure that you don't miss a video. Get the notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.